I'm Becca Black.
And I'm Shannon Black.
That's the Ravine.
And this is our adventure.
Say, and this is our adventure.
Okay.
Okay? Get your fucking hands out of my... I was kidding, Boogie. I was kidding. Sort of.
Okay. I'm putting it up here.
I'm Becca Black.
And I'm Shannon Black.
That's the Ravine.
And this is our adventure.
It all started in 1977 with the birth of this guy, Shannon Black. But hey, we're not talking about him yet. We're talking about me, Becca Black. So, it all started in 1983 with the birth of this wild child, Becca mother-flippin' Black. I was the kid teachers said talked too much, bounced off the walls, and was always daydreaming. When asked what I wanted to be when I grew up, I'd respond with zookeeper, animal trainer, park ranger, teacher, and writer. And the teachers would tell me it doesn't work that way, that I had to pick just one of those things. Despite being repeatedly told that I'd have to go to college and settle for just one career, I have managed to pull it all off. Yep, every bit of that zookeeper, animal trainer, park ranger, teacher, writer dream. I knew I'd get there one day, to the impossible dream of having it all.
I've eaten so much dust!
But I never knew how I'd pull it off. That is, until I met the man that matched my energy. Shannon mother-flippin' Black. He was 29 and I was 23, both struggling to find our places in this world, both being told we were too much, too loud, have a ton of potential and would succeed if we just conformed. We knew immediately that we were meant for each other.
I was gonna high five you, so it was...
Our very first weekend together, I told Shannon that I have a plan. Like, the plan. I knew we would have a large ranch that we made a living off of and that supported us working together, working outside and loving on the animals. I told Shannon that we would have it all within 20 years from that moment, our very first weekend together. And without hesitation, Shannon believed me. He knew I was serious. It didn't matter that we didn't really know exactly how we were going to make it happen. We believed in each other. We believed in us together. We took risks. We thought outside of the box. Well, really I did. Shannon held on through my whims for dear life, listened to my constant dreaming and scheming, and made sure all the bills stayed paid through his own successful career in sales. I started us on one wild ride after another. We've had several successful businesses together, raised 3 really cool kids, are killing the podcast game. And now you're finding us on our biggest adventure ever. So here we are now, 18 years in, the owners of the Ravine Adventure Park in Macomb, Oklahoma, doing exactly what I said we would do. Working together.
We don't know what we're doing, guys.
Loving on the animals, making a living off our land as an off-road park, and we even have a portable and metal building sales lot right here down our own driveway. Not only do we have the coolest commute to work, doing jobs we absolutely love, but we're also making a show about it. Okay, you're all caught up. Let's roll, y'all. We're the Blacks, and this is the Ravine Adventure.
Okay.
So last year on my birthday, my birthday present from Becca was that she told me I could quit my job in the real world and move towards our goal of working together here on property. And she had established the park for the previous 4 years,
Yeah.
4 years, give or take. And then in the last year also had established the idea for the portable buildings and metal buildings business that you can also probably see a little bit back there, maybe. Ding, ding, ding. She'll fix it in post. But right, no, should at least add an arrow. Yeah, so last year on my birthday, I was given the gift of
Leaving the real world.
And coming home, and it's been harder work than anything in the 26 years of being in sales, being in the car business. This is well harder, far more rewarding, scary at times, but everything is. I mean,
Yeah, no, and we're having a blast doing this.
No, it
together.
is.
This
right.
is a really cool
when
thing.
this is your drive to work, and this is your workplace, and this is your coworker, and these are your coworkers. My boss is a 700-pound pig, and then there's Piccolo. I thought that would get something more out of you than that. No, yeah, but no. When that's it. Truly though, my boss is a 700-pound pig, and my other managers are goats. And dogs and cats, so
it beats the hell out of the real world.
Yes.
My fantasy world is pretty damn good.
Yes,
especially because it was never just fantasy. We worked at it diligently, and
yes.
then
I was just unaware.
He never understood the plan, not one time.
About
I didn't need
3
him
months
to.
ago.
That's true. He's been home for a year, and I'm only like 3 months ago. He was like,
Wait
this
a
was
minute.
an investment the whole time. Oh, you were working to establish an empire for me to come and earn a living for the rest of my life
Look
here.
at her. This whole time I thought she was just trying to keep Amazon in business.
I mean, I do my fair share
surprised
of
if I
that.
do this, there's probably a delivery. Amazon delivery, and then I could go like Amazon delivery. Amazon delivery.
All right.
No, that's not the part
But
for
it was
this.
all.
It's
I
be
was,
real.
Okay. But I was always actually working on something very real here, and have been for even well before we even moved out here.
Yes.
Working on establishing.
Yeah, like you said, 18 years ago.
Businesses
Yes.
and learning how to do marketing and websites and building a following and yada yada yada. So I've been diligently working at it this whole time. Shannon's never had a fucking clue what's going on.
No, I've been diligently working, but at
worrying. But
no, the broom doesn't know why it's sweeping. It's just sweeping. It's just being pushed along the floor, moving things around, and that's I'm more of I'm a tool.
He is a real tool, guys. A big one too. You see the size of this?
I am a humongous tool. From the
That's the
horse's mouth.
soundbite for the whole show right there.
That's the new name. Shannon. I was going for like Shannon's a genius, but it's like Shannon is a humongous tool.
Yeah, no, Becca's a genius.
Now on
Shannon's
Amazon
a tool.
Prime. Shannon's a tool.
So now, and they have been, the stakes are real now.
Yes.
There is no backup plan. There are...
Burn the ships.
Right, we have no plan B.
We
make it or we
win
break
or we
it.
perish.
And this is a huge nut, as we call it, to be gobbling. We're gobbling this nut, this huge nut.
Wow.
But
earned us an R rating all of a sudden. It's a family environment. Kids everywhere. Goblin
nuts.
Edited. Split.
So the stakes are real. We are without a floaty. There's no life raft
Yes.
coming. There's no salary coming in any longer. It hasn't
gosh,
been
no.
for the last year. And this is an enormous undertaking, financially, physically, mentally, spiritually. This is huge. 2 businesses. Now we're making a show, a massive property, and a farm that we're running at the same time. But thankfully, I now have Shannon here doing it with me full time.
Right.
And we're really crushing it.
Yeah,
We're really crushing it.
No,
And we'll never go back.
Excuse me.
We've done other businesses where he's had to go back into the real world because it wasn't quite providing. Those times are over. This is it. We are making this work from here on out. He's never going back into the real world.
Don't
He's mine now. And y'all can't have him back. So, done. Yeah.
Done?
Yeah. Excuse me.
Heading out to start the day by feeding the horses, and had to stop and give this guy a good smooching. Yeah, makeout sessions with Felix are just as disgusting as they look. And for some reason, his breath always smells like fish. But smooching's his favorite thing on earth, and by God, we will oblige. Obi here is Mama's biggest boy. He'd protect me from wild animals, fight off a horde of zombies, follow me to the ends of the earth. Especially when it's breakfast time.
I'm out here starting the day by scratching the crusties from Piccolo's eyes, just like every morning. I need to check how frozen this pond is.
Holy shit, it's cold. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Good. I need to. No little break for the horses.
It's like you want to get to the trees to get out of the wind, but then it's shade.
Right. It's a.
Show us, Papa Cat.
Well, the cats have decided that since we're checking the pond, we might as well go for a family hike, too. And it sure looks like Piccolo agrees.
Good run, Bubba. Good run. Yeah. We're doing a walkabout.
This is Mr. Piccolo's favorite mud hole, which of course is also frozen over.
Back up. Good boy. Let's go for a walk.
Show him what's up, bud. Get it, big pig. Oh no, did you hit Mama? Did he get you? That's sad. Yeah, that's real sad. He got you. He's spicy, guys. He's spiced up. Oh, God.
In case you were wondering, no, nothing is safe around him.
Camera danger. Shots. Look how sexy you are.
Shots.
Well, there you look pretty crazy.
Well,
but-
yeah.
filming the filmer.
Oh, that's going to cause some sort of portal to open up into hell, releasing ancient demons to walk upon the earth.
Hiking with the animals is seriously our favorite thing to do. In fact, when we lived in the suburbs, this was how we exercised the dogs. We'd find open fields and just let them free run. It actually was my single biggest motivator to get us out of the suburbs and into the country. Sure, I wanted gardens, sure, I wanted horses, but ultimately, it was about free walking with the animals. By giving all of the animals this kind of consistent exercise, where they're allowed to move around freely with us, while we move and explore as a pack, it not only properly wears them out, but it also solidifies our connection as a real family unit. We move together. They really won't stray too far. They stay usually within 50 yards of us or so. They might even take off chasing after a deer or a rabbit, but as soon as they've lost the chase, they're just right back to us, ready to move together.
Watch out to leading us home. Oh. You show us. Show us your good rolls. Okay, back to the walk, huh? Get us home, Papa Cat.
And then without being called, they all do like we do. We just head back onto the house. Walk's over. Let's go home.
Let's see them. Oh, goats. Everybody. Dotty.
Usually Rigby goes on walks with us too. But since we got him his new little brother, he's decided that his new hobby is playing Tyrant of the Doggy Door.
See if I can find a nap. He missed the entire thing. There you are. Sweet boy, you missed the whole thing.
And that's the whole crew. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. And then there's Maud.
Yeah.
It's got the side by side in
Yep.
it. You find that?
Yep,
Okay.
totally.
And this one's running. Is this one going?
Okay, so
I'll take these.
this will be the time I go through one of the hammocks.
Well, at least we'll have it on 9 different
Yep.
types. So do we need mics?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everything's going.
Okay.
Dude, I'm worn out from this weekend.
Yeah.
You worn out?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Legit.
I mean, from every day, but
Right.
yeah,
Not
from-
right. Not
definitely
just,
from this
I'm
weekend.
worn out up to today.
Yes.
Is what
Yes.
it is the
I
same.
anticipate being worn out when I wake up
Yeah,
tomorrow.
and then more so after
Right.
that. But yeah, that was a busy park weekend, and
Yeah, a lot of fun.
we've handled
Busy building weekend.
right,
building
busy
everything.
right,
Yeah.
busy buildings weekend, and we've handled a bunch of life tasks too.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah. Let's talk about, I mean, it happens every weekend. Everybody getting stuck in the pipeline this weekend.
Oh, Christ.
I was just driving around looking for content.
Action. Right.
And so I was like, well, I'm going to go drive and look for trouble. And I found it.
Yeah, you did.
Right where I mean, and I knew I would.
Right.
Everybody's
there are 2 good
always
places
stuck
to look,
there.
and that's the first one, right?
You guys having fun? Yeah? ¿Tienen divertirse? Sí, yeah. Awesome.
The best was as they're pulling. I mean, they've been down there for a cool minute pulling people out of this muck hole. And as they're doing it, there's just another person that just, and is stuck.
Yep.
Like 100 people around there gathered, rubbing their chins and scratching their heads.
Well,
trying to
okay,
figure out.
but also here's what happened though. That guy that went into the mud while everybody's stuck was actually the first guy to make it across. He's the only one that made it across. So then he was stranded over there by himself. And the only way to get back is back from whence you came,
yeah,
or 2.5 miles of
right.
really hard terrain to go all the way around the outside of the park. So he really had no choice, and they were already set up
to pull him out.
You were doing the drone. I
Yes.
only knew that because I was down there filming.
Yeah.
And he asked me, he was like, he was like, my son got stuck. Is there any way that I can get my quad back to him?
Right.
Any way around the park? I was like,
throw it.
no.
Right.
Yeah, no,
Launch
there's
it over
not.
Elon Musk
Yeah.
style.
Yeah, so he had no choice. He had to let it right back down in, at least while they were getting everybody else pulled out. They just kept accidentally following these guys around in their shame. One guy almost rolled his side-by-side over doing donuts out there at the track.
Yes.
But then later, after they had gotten out and I had moved on, I went out to film again and just happened to catch the same group of guys again. And so then I followed them a little further and then let them off the hook. And made sure they saw me wave, like,
Right,
okay, I'm
right,
done.
Right. Enjoy the rest of your day. Well,
Right after that, after they got stuck and recovered, then I caught their more shame further out in the park. Then like 2 hours later, a Jeep Gladiator came out here to wheel alone.
yes.
and
Buried.
And he had a winch. He was like trying to be ready and set up, but there were no trees around for him to anchor himself to. So he got out there by himself in this big old Gladiator with big old tires. I mean, ready as you could be.
Right. No, it had
but
all
then there
the
was
good
no
stuff.
anchor point to winch himself out. So he accidentally got out here.
Right.
Thankfully, the side-by-side guys were still here,
Right,
and
and
were
they
able
did
to
help
go
him out.
around and rescue him.
So until this point, have you guys been enjoying your ravine adventure?
It's been amazing. This has even been fun.
Good. I mean, this is part of it.
This is part of
This is part of it.
This is like
yeah.
couples
He
therapy.
tested some shit. No, no kidding. Right. Can you survive this? Yeah.
Communication.
Yep. That's awesome. I'm in. I love it. They're filming Woo! Get it! Sometimes you have to yell them out. Nice. It looks good. Oh, it looks good. It should just live with that on it for the rest of its life. Rescue mission success.
Thank you so much.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Are you guys having fun today?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, first
Good.
time ever being here.
First time? Everybody first time?
All of us, yeah.
Oh, okay. What part of the state do you guys live in?
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City?
Bethany, War Acres.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad y'all are having a good time out here. What's been your favorite part so far? This. Okay. Fair enough.
All of our machines got
If it was a little drier, it would have been fine. Yeah. It's just that there's some money that just digs up a hole. And,
Yeah, the angle. It's just a little cup
Yeah.
down there. Yeah.
That
You.
other one, that freaked me out on the other side.
all of us got stuck. The only person that went.
Everyone always.
Really?
You and literally anyone ever who's tried that. Yeah, that is no shame in that.
Well, and the guy in front, Shannon, he said,
Uh-huh.
don't do it.
Oh, so you were warned, huh?
I wasn't going to until I went through that, and I was like, I'm not going back through it. So I might as well keep going forward.
Right.
And then I saw this over the hill.
Yeah. I'm glad they were out here, though. That was good.
yeah.
Got some help.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Chris.
Chris. All right. Yeah. What's your name? Carlos. What's your name? Tony. What's your name?
Raul.
What was that?
Raul.
Raul. What's your name? Myra. What's your name? Raul. Love it. Okay. Thankfully, the side-by-side guys were still here,
Right,
and
and
were
they
able
did
to
help
go
him out.
around and rescue him, and could at least, like, we could all make him feel better then, because you had warned him, do not do that, you will get stuck.
Yeah.
But then at least he got to see, like, all of the guys were like, dude, no, every single
Everyone
one
got
of us
stuck,
got
right.
stuck in here today.
Right.
Like, this is
Well,
not
he-
shameful.
yeah, right.
And then I was like, you guys think that? I was like, every single time anyone's out here, they're stuck in that.
Right,
So, like, it wasn't even today. It's
Yeah, and it
always.
didn't- I think even at that, even places that I didn't know were sticking, people were sticking them. The motorcycle boys, Jeremy and them, got stuck back in the on the
Right
telephone
past
pole
the
line
creek
back
bed.
here.
They're
Yeah,
right.
like that's-
It's kind of a new
that's-
washout out
That's
there.
not an area that I knew was happening, and just
Mhm.
watching their GoPro footage, it was like, oh, okay, there's another area to warn folks about, because I don't even really go back there. It's
Yeah.
so far back
Yeah.
there that
I
it's
mean,
not.
Out here, unless we're in the middle of summer, you can absolutely count on any water crossing.
Is not
You're gonna get
good.
stuck.
Yeah, done for.
Yeah,
Done
especially
for.
because we have machines of all sizes out here. So that Jeep Gladiator got down in that hole
Boarded
that everybody's
out,
stuck
right.
in.
spins his
The
tires trying to
side-by-side
get out,
gets
and
in
it just
doesn't have
goes
a chance.
deeper and deeper.
Four-wheel drive or 4x4 four-wheeler doesn't have a single chance.
Yeah, it just fits right down in that hole.
Yeah.
Just bloop, done. So, yeah, those poor guys, I caught their shame over and over again. And that's not what, I'm not trying to embarrass anybody out here, but if that's what I got, that's what I got.
Well, and some of
But
it's
had
not
they done
embarrassing.
something really
They made
badass, I would have
friends.
been like, we did
Yeah,
make
I mean, they
friends.
made some friends. They had a good time. He even brought another buddy out here that was coming to rescue him later that day, showed
Yes.
up, and they just went toward the park for a little bit.
Yeah,
in a
and then
safe
he's
way.
been back since and rented a side-by-side because he wanted to do it in a side-by-side
Right,
and not
right.
his Jeep
2
this
days
time.
later or whatever, right,
It really
exactly.
was, yeah.
Right.
As soon as we were open again, he was back out here and wanted to side-by-side it because he was like, that looked like way more fun.
Right.
So, yeah. Bless their little hearts. Doing stuff we would never be ballsy enough to do. Our biggest project this week, obviously, we know this, is trail cutting. We've got to do some trail cutting. We have to. The stumps are showing up a ton. And then kind of what we had cut as preliminary narrow trails, we
we
meant
need
to
to
come
widen
back
them.
and widen them, and we just have been so busy we haven't.
The four-seater side-by-side has a hard time making some of those turns, so I want it
Yeah,
to be.
it's
I want it to
very
be accessible
twisty,
for
windy.
everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah, some stuff isn't going to be.
right, the
There's a
ravine's
crack in
only
the
as wide
earth.
as it is. That's fine,
Right,
but the wooded
right.
trails
The things
could
I
be a
can do,
little
I want to
roomier.
make sure that they're wide enough. Sure.
Yeah, so we've got that to do. That's probably going to be our biggest thing for
Sure.
the whole week. And
Yeah.
So I'm out here deep off in the woods doing some stump cutting. We cut these wooded trails probably 1.5, 2 years ago, and they needed time to get packed, worn, and the ground's done that. So the stumps are as shown up as they're gonna be. The ground's as packed as it's gonna be. So it's time to get these stumps out of here because we got some kind of gnarly tire poppers. It's not actually even the large stumps that we're worried about. It's really the little ones. They'll jump out of the leaves here and grab your tire. These are the problem. These little guys get hidden in the leaves. That's just enough to pop your tire off the bead, or to catch you and flip you over your handlebars. So these little guys gotta go.
No, don't bear witness to this part. Thank you.
oh yeah, look at that little sucker. So I got a sign down, no big deal. I'll come back out here with the drill later. But what is a big deal, look at this little sucker right here.
That dude would jump out and bite you. You're in the way now. Oh my goodness, in the way. Okay, stay right there. Stay. Hey, stay. Shh, stay.
Well, I've done what I can with the Sawzall. It's time to call in the big guns. I need more machine and more man. Time to get Shannon.
We're recording already.
I know.
I got it.
Oh,
It's my work maneuvers.
I get punched.
Call HR, motherfucker.
I get punched.
Well, because you were doodling my butt crack. You did doodle it. Yeah. Kiss me. Ta-da!
We've chosen one of the coldest mornings in recent history.
Recorded history.
Recorded history. To go out to the... No, it's not. It felt colder when we left. but it's better now. We've got some tree trimming to do.
Like,
Clean and simple. We got some tree trimming to do.
Sure
We got, thanks to getting the new 4-wheeler and having the rental machines out here, we've been able to explore a little bit more of the property, and we realized that there's a good bit of tree trimming to do.
So Shannon's gonna do a little tree clearing. Some of these trees are making the trails a little too tight, and I'm gonna do a little continued stump clearing.
Safety first.
Do you ever just point your sawzall in the air and go, ah? I do every time. Gotta clear. Gotta clear. Gotta clear.
Gotta clear.
Gotta clear.
Gotta clear.
Gotta clear.
A portion of chainsaw work when you're on the trail is waiting for the chainsaw to cool down so you can put the chain back on. The multiple burns on my hand say I don't have the patience for it. So you sit like this for a little while. Yeah, so that's what we're doing right now, is sitting and waiting for this to cool down. Becca's off there somewhere in the distance. Somewhere out there.
I'm no expert, but this doesn't look right to me. Mama ain't got the patience for this shit. Is that how you flex? Is that a flex?
Yeah.
People flex this way?
I don't flex, but I think I've seen that.
You could
Arnold
go,
did it that
yeah. Ow.
way. I'm out of gas.
Oh, you out of gas.
Not me, the chainsaw.
Whew.
Make sure you get that important distinction down. After 99 times of burning myself and replacing blades, that's where we're at on this one.
It's time for lunch.
Over the years, I've learned that one of the deepest levels of fulfillment comes from hard manual labor projects that show instant results. Becca's got me hooked on instant gratification. It's especially gratifying since this is our commute back home from work.
Okay, so this week.
Last week?
Well, I mean,
Last time. No.
This time.
Today.
Today.
On Ravine Adventure.
Yeah, we need to go to the Perkins lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was my plan.
Yeah, that is your plan. Yes. Yes.
Remember.
This whole
foreshadowing.
thing. Yes. So, anywhoozle.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's
we
just
gotta go to
early. Get up,
Perkins.
have some drinks. Get up early, pound some booze. No, get up early, have some coffee, take the morning pop poo poos, and
no, help.
We'll be all right.
Vegeta, don't help.
Come on.
That also now my shot has shifted.
Move along, big pig. Move along, big pig. It's another angle. With this big camera crew following us around. Whoa, he knocked it 3 feet higher than you
No,
wanted?
I just didn't. As I'm seeing it, I'm like, hey,
Hey, I can lower that down.
Yeah.
Let's do the whole thing again.
Start
over. Action.
Okay, so
This time.
Right. On the Ravine Adventure.
Yes.
We
Perkins
need to go to the Perkins lot. We've got some footage to get for commercials and tour the manufacturing facility.
For our there you go. For the for the buildings, for our portable buildings that we do.
Yes. Yes, we're going to one of the manufacturers for that this
Yes,
week
the
and
other
go
ones
check
will
them
be
out.
here to build one for us in 10 to 15 days. So we'll probably have some footage of such a thing as well.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, for our metal. That's what I was saying. During my plan, during my well-devised plan to come down to Perkins and see the manufacturing facility. So I don't. You just completely bypassed it. But you know, I've made a pretty elaborate plan to go to the factory in Perkins, but you just seem to just be flying past
You
that.
sure did make that plan.
We talked about it. I mean, do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the conversation and everything?
He started a plan to go look at the buildings lot in Perkins and go get some new footage and stuff of that. This morning I was like, hey, are we going to Perkins? He's like, we didn't plan that.
It was an idea. One of the things that I knew deep in my heart that we would be able to see would be this metal corrugator.
Oh, okay.
No, I know.
Corrugator, yeah.
I just also have to focus on keeping us alive.
I would love that to be your main focus, yes.
But what was your favorite part? Honestly, my favorite part
the
wasn't
people.
the people.
Of course, the people.
Everyone had such a good attitude, so nice, and such great energy, and was so friendly and so wonderful.
Yeah, they were so stoked that
Shop
we were out there.
foreman to, the owner of the company, the gentleman that started the company, over 25, 30 years ago. has all of his children there, so it's cool to be a part of that where there's some family there. But yeah, the people were the favorite part. But as far as like seeing a process happen, that metal thing was cool. I didn't know that that's how that was done.
No, I just kind of assumed.
I don't know why I thought metal came out. Man,
right,
how did it get
obviously
that
a machine
way?
has to do that at some point,
Yeah.
but I guess I assumed they were buying it in sheets that were already
I also
pressed.
thought that they would be buying it from somewhere like any other company, but for them to be buying the humongous rolls, and they actually sell that metal to other companies that are building these same sorts of buildings. So there's even a chance that somebody can buy a different building, but it still has our metal on the roof, which is kind of neat.
I love seeing a local Oklahoma-owned and operated, family-run business that this man started from the ground up.
Right.
I mean, that's not that we want to be a manufacturer. We'll never want to hone in on that ever. We'll keep them as our manufacturer forever because we never want to be in charge of building buildings. But I'm shooting for that level of success in general in our businesses.
Sure.
So to see somebody that
just in a different
did
way.
it,
Right.
And you see them, they continue to try to be they continue to be innovative and come up with new.
Right, they've got
new
4 new designs that they're coming out with this year.
Yep.
Yeah, that Weekender is really cool. That's a cool concept to have a garage and a living space, but your living space be nice, like that. You know, that's like everyone wants like a hunting cabin or some sort of a man cave, she shed type thing. I mean, I can't think of a better thing.
Seriously, because even think about that for a backyard application, because your mower, your 4-wheelers, all of your toys can still fit in the garage part, but then you can have a fully functional
really nice
office
cathedral
or,
ceilings with the, fantastic
guest house or office, or that would
No, you're right about
cool.
that's a hot seller. I think that's a really cool one.
Yeah. And just the innovation of it, and that that's the benefit of working for yourself, is that you have the creative control to go, you know what, let's try something.
Yeah.
We do that all the time, and sometimes it doesn't work out, but you wouldn't know if you didn't try it.
Right.
You're freed up to have creativity to try new things.
Right.
So, because your dad already laid the groundwork.
Yeah, they're keeping that cool, keeping the stuff that's working really well for them, and coming up with some new stuff to touch today's markets. Yeah, I love it.
Managed to score some